Hi and welcome to the Geek Legion of Doom. This is going to be my Blu-ray, Steelbook and Metal Pack collection to this date, the date being mid-August 2015. And the reason I'm actually going to be doing this is I'm actually going to be moving into a different property within the next month or so, and I'm probably going to kind of pause my collection, to be honest with you. I'm probably not going to buy much more because I kind of want to concentrate on getting a house and stuff like that. So I thought I would kind of like just top it off for now by doing a Blu-ray Steelbook collection video to just see what I've got up until this point. I'll kind of still do the odd one or two here and there, but for the most part I'm going to kind of lay off collecting on this stuff for now. Just a quick note as well, I will include metal packs in this because to me they're virtually the same thing. I don't know why people get so snobby about it, but I won't include kind of the tin box sets. Anyway, I've kind of put them in somewhat alphabetical order, but they're not exactly, so just bear with me when it comes to that. So we'll start off with the Avengers. So the first one we'll have a look at is, this is actually a European Steelbook. They have the same Steelbook throughout Europe basically. No text on it, so they would just have the J cards. That's actually the Nordic version. And then we basically had the UK version, exactly the same Steelbook, but obviously it's called Avengers Assemble here. But you'll see, like for example on the spine, it's just pictures rather than text. However, you do have a very similar Steelbook in Asia, although it kind of looks at first glance it's the same. You'll notice it does have the actual logo printed on the actual Steelbook itself, and obviously on the side there it's got the Avengers logo, and I think it's the same kind of with the US version as well. So their kind of versions are a little different from what we have in Europe. What you've also got is a re-release one from Savvy. This basically has a lenticular magnet, and again you'll see the Avengers Assemble, what we call it here in the UK. There you go, so there's that one. And then a company called Nova Media did a series of 4 limited edition Steelbooks, starting with this one, which was a full slip, which has Iron Man on the front and Hulk on the back, and these are numbered to 1,000 I believe, and you'll see there, probably, yeah, it's just there. I think I'm 58 out of 1,000, so relatively low number. These come with like booklets and such, and of course Thor. I'm probably totally going to regret not getting more of this stuff when it comes out, but you know, there you go, priorities and all that. And Captain America. All very nice. The actual Steelbook of these is extremely good, but you can't see it because it's got these full slips on, which is kind of annoying. I wish they'd actually done one of them without the slip. And then finally they did like a kind of a special one, which has a lenticular slipcase, and again that is limited to 2,000 units, as you'll see right there. So let's move on to the Amazing Spider-Man. Start off with the UK Steelbook for the original movie. This is going to be the franchise that time forgot, I feel, the Amazing Spider-Man ones. We have a Dutch Steelbook. This is what they call a sticker pack because it's essentially a blank Steelbook with these kind of like stickers attached to it. And then you have the American version, which is the same design, but obviously it's properly printed on there. And then finally you have the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Can show you that a bit better. There you go. Which is in the UK, as you can see, is an HMV exclusive. I actually quite like this design, although the film is a little forgettable, but not quite as bad as I think people like to think. Moving on to Blade, we have this, I think it's a Canadian, I believe, a Canadian Steelbook. Not many Steelbooks available on Blade. There's a couple more coming up, which I have actually pre-ordered, so I'll keep my pre-orders for them, but they're not actually out yet, but they're kind of not all that different. Got a Blade 2 for a European one, probably Germany, I think. And Blade Trinity, which again I didn't mind certain aspects of this film, I've got to say. I know people again dislike it, but I always kind of wanted to let it go up against Dracula. Anyway, So this is where the alphabet's going to get a little bit screwy. So we'll go with Captain America, not the Winter Soldier, the first Avenger. This was actually a re-released steelbook. And then we had the original steelbook, which is kind of cut down because obviously of the metal shield, it makes quite a good steelbook there. So that's quite cool. Then we had the Winter Soldier, and like the Avengers, you have the kind of the same steelbook that was put out across Europe, and then just had the different J card basically. So I got the UK version, and I also picked up the German version because it was such a different title. It just called Return of the First Avenger, which I thought was kind of fun, but obviously it is just the same steelbook. But in the US you had, again with the Avengers, it's actually printed on there, and you'll notice he actually has his helmet on the actual American release, whilst if you have a look at the European release, it's the same pose, but he's without the helmet. So that is the American version. You also had a couple of exclusives from Nova Media with a cool kind of 70s-esque sort of art here. This one's limited to 1,000. I think I got 490, and real nice little package, that one. Also a lenticular slip. Again, I've actually put a little slip card in the back. I actually can't see the back of it, but again, that was limited as well. Nova Media. Moving on to Daredevil. Only the one Blu-ray steelbook currently, so that is that one. Although I quite like the image on that one. I think it's quite cool. Elektra, Zavi had this steelbook. I love this picture. I was really hoping they would do this as a steelbook. Even though the film's no good, I really do like that image. And there you go. So I was glad it got the steelbook treatment. And then you also had it's the same steelbook, but this is actually it's got a kind of full slip on it, a bit like the Nova Media ones, but this is a European company whose name escapes me now, to be honest. Filmarine, there you go, and that's actually limited to 300 pieces, so probably the rarest out of my collection about the actual numbers produced. Kind of cool. I actually, again, I quite like this steelbook, even though the film is Fantastic Four. I actually only have the one steelbook of this one, which is the original movie. You can get like a double pack, which I don't have. Moving on to Ghost Rider. This is technically a Viva pack, I suppose, which is essentially a steelbook minus the discs, but I got it, put discs inside. But I also got a kind of another one, which is empty. This is it was a Best Buy exclusive, so you pre-order it, you get the case, you put your discs in there. So I bought two. Zavi released, again, a re-release. This is a fairly recent one from when I'm doing this video. It's kind of, Blu-ray steelbook again, Zavi exclusive. And then you have German, this is of the original film. The first two ones, sorry, was The Spirit of Vengeance, which is the second film. And that is the first film. And then the first film again, this is a Dutch Blu-ray steelbook. Again, with a slightly different design on it. Guardians of the Galaxy. This is the UK Walkman style steelbook. I don't know. You also have these. I can never remember if it's Nova Media or it is Nova Media. So they did a couple of other releases. This one is basically a lenticular slipcover. There's another one of that I usually don't have. And they did this kind of cool, like 70s style full slipcover as well, and that one is limited to 700. Well, I think that one's limited to like 580. Howard the Duck. Yes, this is a Marvel film. It's German release from a company called MediaMarkt. And the Hulk. This is a Real Heroes, which is the kind of the art style that they've done here. Again, not a brilliant movie. This is a European version. And then we have a UK Hulk one. I think this is Play.com when they were around. STEELBOOK. And then we also have, I think this is Italian, most probably, another version. Now, interestingly with this, if I put these side by side, you'll notice they're actually kind of mirror images, and this one is obviously a lot lighter, so they've kind of played around with the colour. Don't know why, but I thought they were significant enough different to get them both. Moving on to the Incredible Hulk. Again, the Real Heroes one, although this is an American version. And then we have the Play.com, again, horizontal style landscape STEELBOOK. Okay, and then we're going to move on to Iron Man. Now some of these, the Iron Man's going to be a little bit mixed up. Because there's so many of them, to be honest, and I haven't sort of put out all the different sequels and stuff. But anyway, we'll start off with the kind of the big one. This is the Future Shop. One of the first STEELBOOKs that came out. Extremely limited. Probably it is the highest value STEELBOOK that I got. It's kind of cool. Now I will say this: it does come with a J card. If you're going to get this on eBay, make sure that it comes with, if it's opened obviously, make sure it has the J card, otherwise it's not complete. So there you go, that is the Future Shop Big Bucks STEELBOOK. We also got Blue Fans, which is a Chinese company I believe, and they do a cool little lenticular. This is limited to 3,000, full slip. Then we got Kimchi DVD. This is probably my favourite cover out of the Blu-ray STEELBOOKs. I like just like the picture on this one. And this was limited to 700 pieces, and you can see it's got kind of almost like a credit card thing on the back there that will tell you, you know, where you are. You have a Play.com. This one goes for a surprising amount of money, to be honest now. This one, you know, still sit quite a lot, but it goes for a lot of money. Yeah, so the Play.com UK STEELBOOK. The Blue Fans one, this one that is the quarter slip, and this is limited to 1,000. And although that looks very similar to the Blue Fans one, I think this is actually a Kimchi one. I think, yes, it is. And limited to 3,000. So, but it looks really similar. I think the Blue Fan one's a little wider. Okay. I guess we could shove this in with number one. Number 1 and 2 films, STEELBOOK from Germany. I think that's all number 1. So let's get into number 2. Play.com. This is, I don't like this film. And then we have a Asian STEELBOOK. There's actually quite a lot of these from different countries. I can't read obviously this writing, so I don't know which one mine is. But you can get it from Thailand, Hong Kong, all that sort of various different Asian countries, and they go over different values depending on which country it is. But this is whatever one this one is. Iron Man 2, MediaMarkt. did this as a trade on Facebook. Thank you, Sonny. And then we have, this is a US retailer exclusive, either Target or Best Buy, I can't remember. And this is a metal pack, you'll know by the spine. And it's basically a kind of lenticular sleeve with a kind of, you know, quite cool back on it as well. And then Iron Man 3, which I didn't think was that bad. I know people slag it because of the Mandarin twist, but I actually quite liked it. So Iron Man 3, there's a German version. And then we had the UK version. And it's the same steelbook, but I got I think it's from Thailand. And this has got a slip cover that you put on it that kind of makes it look like it's lit up. So I kind of quite like that, so I got it, because it's obviously, I thought they were kind of different enough. You'll see there. Although it is the same steelbook, it just has a different slip on it. It's like a clear slip. Punisher, original Punisher, 1989, Dolph Lundgren. Although they have used the skull design from the 2004 movie, which bugs the hell out of me. But this is actually my favourite Punisher film, believe it or not. Now we do have the 2004 Thomas Jane version of Punisher, which I still like. I just kind of wish they'd used the actual design. Anyway, going on to Spider-Man. Right. Which surprisingly there's not a lot of steelbooks on Spider-Man. What you have got is a Canadian one, which they did the whole series with this kind of red background. Don't like it, and the actual steelbook itself feels kind of cheap, it feels light compared to a lot of steelbooks. You've also got an Asian metal pack, and again this is the whole series, as you can probably tell with the one there. So again, a metal pack rather than a steelbook, you could be able to tell by the back there. And then you're probably going to guess, yes, you've got Spider-Man 2 on both of those. I do like these Asian ones. You can't really see it on the camera, but they have a kind of subtle graded in picture on the back there of like the kind of the bad guy. It's kind of quite, it's really hard to see those, so I doubt you'll be able to see it on the camera. And then, as you'd expect, number 3. Let's see if you can see on that one. No, you can't really. There it is, just tell me where for it. The only other steelbook you get really is the German Spider-Man 3. I'm sure at some point they'll re-release these, but some versions of these. That is German Spider-Man 3 Blu-ray steelbook. You can also get the Spider-Man Trilogy steelbook. It's one of them. It's another different version. There's also a third version which I don't have. Okay, let's go on to the Mighty Thor. So the original Thor HMV steelbook. This one goes for a pretty penny now, I have to say. This was an HMV exclusive here in the UK, and then it was re-released on Zavvi, kind of what was the standard DVD cover. And then you had Thor: The Dark World. This is the UK steelbook. And I've got a, again it's kimchi. This is the lenticular sleeve, and this is limited to 700. It's got, you probably see the lightning hopefully moving around. It's kind of cool. And they did actually a quarter slip cover, but it was the same picture, so I'm not too worried about that, to be honest. Now the X-Men ones, we're going to get to X-Men now, and Wolverines, and these are all over the place, so they're not going to be in order, but I'm just going to bang them out as we go, because that's the way I roll. Relatively recent one, X-Men The Rogue Cut. I haven't actually watched this cut, but from what I understand, it isn't all that fantastically different from, doesn't add much to it basically. But it's a nice steelbook. This is where it's going to get all over the place now. So Wolverine metal pack. Let me see if I can find the other one because you see what I mean. Okay, so this is the metal pack. I think it's just from a US retailer. And then we had the UK steelbook. So again, the spines are different, but you'll notice the sun in the background for that one. So it's a similar design, but not exactly the same. And you also had German, I think it's Medium Arcs, which has this lovely lenticular magnet on it. And also another re-release. And there you go. You can't have too many Wolverine steelbooks. Right, okay. So we have X-Men Last Stand metal pack. X-Men Days of Future Past Asian steelbook. UK X-Men Days of Future Past steelbook. X-Men Wolverine Origins. Oh yeah. X-Men Wolverine Origins metal pack from the US retailer. Mystery US retailer that I can't remember. Play.com exclusive X-Men Origins Wolverine. Why is it always the rubbish film they have loads of versions of? And then we have German version of X-Men Origins Wolverine. Just to joke. Look, we've sold this amount of Blu-rays. People, will you buy anything? X-Men Last Stand. This is the UK steelbook, kind of re-release steelbook. It came out randomly. X-Men First Class, a re-release. It's a relatively recent kind of re-release of this one. X-Men First Class metal pack. X2 metal pack. X2 steelbook from the UK. Original X-Men. This is from that US retailer. Metal pack. Nearly there. Nearly there. And then X-Men 1 steelbook from the UK. This is the original X-Men First Class steelbook. I think this is again the Play.com. And then this is quite cool, I have to say. From France, they had again the X-Men, but it actually does say in French "Le Commencement," so you know it is different. And you'll notice the actual design is smaller as well. And with the French one, you actually get like a book, which is kind of glued to. It is a steelbook. You get a book that is glued to the steelbook itself. So it's kind of different. So I quite like it. And then finally, my last couple of ones. From Russia, I have a Blu-ray X-Men steelbook. This one's a G1 case, so it's a DVD style case, but it is a Blu-ray and a DVD. And again, it's a different design. And you don't really see a lot from Russia, to be honest with you, so I was kind of glad to pick this up. And similarly, I have X-Men 2 on the Russian Blu-ray steelbook. And again, this is the G1 case. So let me just demonstrate that actually. So you can see, obviously, it is bigger. So it doesn't kind of fit with the collection, which is a bit of a pain. But there you go. What are you going to do, eh? Anyway, that is my whole steelbook and metal pack collection. As at the moment, like I said, I might get one or two, but I'm going to kind of slow down the collecting. So there it is. Anyway, let me know what you think of the collection so far, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.